Hey everyone, how's it going? Okay, I'm kind of winging it here because to be honest, it was a crazy busy day and work is busy. It's a busy time of year for me, and I didn't do this at the time that I said I would, right? Um, I said I would do it at 9:30, and at 9:30 I was sitting with a client. So yeah, that didn't work out. So I'm winging this from my home, and I know I'm probably like really large because I don't have my little stand thing for my phone. Let me see if I could fix this a little bit. Maybe that's better, right? Okay, so um, I wanted to share with you guys. Okay, so this is like installment two of Secrets from Your Soul Sister. It's like my new Facebook TV show, which I really love the idea of and think is very funny. Because believe it or not, I don't take myself that seriously. So, as you can see, look at me. I'm a mess. So, what I wanted to talk to you guys about today is something that I had like an aha moment today. I had like one of those breakthrough moments, and they happen more and more frequently for me. But this was like, it was like a holy freaking moly. Why didn't I think of this before? Right? Like, why is this a new approach to me? I don't get it, okay? Because I know my core values. I know what they are. I know how strongly I feel about them, and basically how much emphasis I put in my life on my core values, right? And so today, in working with in my small group with my coach, we were talking about core values, and I want to tell you guys, like, I don't know if core values are new to you, or because I kind of sometimes I forget that this isn't. I feel like it's like my friend Megan said. It's like the fish swimming around in the water, and then you ask them what the water's like. They don't know because they're always in the water, and that's somehow often how I feel. Like I'm in this, and so I think it's everybody, but it's not everybody. So core values, some core values that are on that we worked through today, on the list of, and there's like a gazillion, okay, gazillion core values. Things like accountability, education, determination, focus, understanding, thoughtfulness, obedience, authenticity, insightful, mindful, influential, respect, relationships, love, bold, diversity, courtesy, serenity, peace, adventure, practicality, professionalism, individuality. Like, there's a gazillion of them, okay? So, what I wanted to share with you guys today were my top 3 core values, which is no surprise to me. First one was courage. Second one was authenticity. Third, a tie for third and 4, like tie for 3, I guess, is collaboration and leadership. And I know this because we went through an exercise, and I already knew this, but the exercise that I did today helped me really cement this in my head. And what I remembered is going through a process recently in September as part of Chantel Adams' Center Stage program, where I was going to be on stage. I was going to have photos taken. I was going to have video. And I was struggling with what to wear, okay, and how to look. And I looked at, me and all the other girls in the group, and we were all posting our outfits and everything, and everybody looked so awesome, and so like had like striking colors, and like looked professional, and like dresses with heels and all this jazz, right? And I went to the store and I bought a whole bunch of clothes, and I pretty much, after the program, I didn't wear any of them. I took them all back, because what I realized is that being authentic is super, super, super important to me. And one of the people that helped me understand that was Marlo Ellis, at an event just before Center Stage. So it was at Shine. And I was talking to her and we had just met, so not like I knew her, and telling her how I was struggling with clothing and struggling with like how I looked and feeling really uncomfortable. And she's like, "Oh my God, sister, stop. Like, wear your jeans and your boots and a t-shirt, show your tattoos off. Like, who gives a flying fling flang about any of this?" Right? And all of a sudden I'm like, oh my God, yeah. Being authentic is super, super important to me. And if I'm not doing that, I don't feel in alignment with anything else that's going on. So I realized right then and there that that is one of my top core values. Anyways, the whole point of this little thing I'm doing right now is because my aha moment, my breakthrough moment, was when Joy explained to me that once I know my core values, if I'm looking for a client, we have to share some core values, right? So there's like, oh, who's online with me? Oh, there's Joy. So we have to share some core values. Like, I had 7 in total, right? And I'll tell you all my 7. My 7 were leadership, authenticity, collaboration, balance, adventure, courage, and abundance. And I told you my top 4. So in talking to potential clients or people who I want to bring onto my team, or friends or relationships or whatever. But if we're talking about business, we're talking about my potential clients. So if I just look at that, right, that one small thing, my potential clients, if we don't share, if we don't overlap somewhere in those 7 core values, they're not going to get a result, and neither am I, right? Because we're not in alignment, right? And so it's going to be a really crappy situation, which has happened to me, right? I've worked with a client. It's been really crappy. They feel they're not getting what they need. I feel like you're on another planet. I can't even cope with you. And neither of us are happy. And we just want to get the fuck away from each other, to be honest. So this has really helped me, right? Because I see now that the people that I'm getting an amazing working relationship with, we share some of these core values. And so it helps me in when I'm talking to people and figuring out if we are a good fit to work together. I can go through this exercise with them and figure that out. So the way I explain this to my husband, okay, which is another place I need to figure out my core values. But the way I explained it to him, because he's like, I don't even know what you're talking about. You're on another planet. Because I was so excited about this. I was like screaming from the rooftops about it. Like, seriously. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, so I said, like, if somebody's core value is punctuality, right? Like being on time. If that's their core value that they really think is super important, it's like key to them. And my core value is like not that at all. It's like, I'll show up when I want. Who cares about time? Time is nothing to me. that we're not going to have a good relationship, right? Because they're going to expect me to show up on time. I'm going to think, who cares about time? I can show up whenever I want. They're going to get irritated. I'm going to get irritated. They're irritated. It's just not going to work, right? And so, like, it explains so much to me. Like, so much, right? So when I think about some relationships where I'm having, like, client relationships where I'm having super success, I know, like, just by thinking about those people, there's at least a couple that we are in alignment with. If I'm thinking about somebody right now who I'm not totally getting along with business-wise, I can kind of see that these things aren't that important to them. And so I need to sever that relationship, right? I need to hook them up with somebody else to work with, or recommend somebody else, or end the relationship and make room for somebody else to come in. And yay! Thank you, Joy. You're part of my aha. So that feels really good. This was great for me. If you want to talk about it some more, you want to ask some questions, Joy is the amazing coach that helped me with this aha, this breakthrough, all this stuff. She has a fantastic group called the Conscious Entrepreneur Collective, and I will put a link in the Business Sisterhood to that, because there's some great people in there, and she talks about this kind of stuff, and that's really useful. If you want to talk about this some more, go over to the Business Sisterhood, www.thebusinesssisterhood.ca, and we can chat more. You could ask questions, all that jazz happening over there. But you know what? Like, do the work, right? Like, think about, like, I'm sure you can Google something online for what are core values, right? Like, and there'll be a list, right? There'll be like a big list. I can put something like that in the Business Sisterhood, and then think about what's important to you, right? Because my core values were not the same as the other people in my group, right? And then, but I knew it doesn't matter. Like it just doesn't even matter. These are for me, and they're what's important to me. And so that's all that counts for me. And I'm going to try this with my kids. I'm going to try it with my husband. I'm going to try it with my team, right? So the team I've built, my website graphic lady, Rebecca, my awesome VA, Cindy, my awesome administrative assistant, Ashley, my bookkeeper, Nicole, and I found a new copywriter, Susan. And Kristen. I have two. Woo, two. So I'm going to do it with them because I think it's important. And I think, because we are a really good team, I think what I'm going to find is that we have overlapping core values. So that's all for me. And yeah, this is kind of on the fly. I'm in my basement on the couch. And so it's not, yeah, I'm winging it. Okay. But, yeah, I will talk to you guys later. Oh, Joy, what do you say? Love your team. The day you're doing this with them. Yes, my team rocks. My team rocks. And I couldn't do it without them because, you know what? I don't want to do it all. I really don't want to do it all. Right? And like, I looked at January and I'm like, ooh, I've just filled up all, like taken away all this stuff, and I've got all this room, and like I can work on this at that time, and I can work on this, and I can, like, I've got room for like another client, and it feels amazing. Okay? So totally amazing. Anyways, gotta go run. I will talk to you guys later.